Hello there, it's question time. And I got a lot of interesting questions from you, so thank you very much. And I will answer a few of them now. But first of all, let's have a look at my beautiful oasis here. That's a place where I'm doing my meditations and sometimes songwriting as well. It's a very cozy and peaceful, calm place here, so therefore I will answer your questions here. Yes, let's get started. Ellen from Peterborough, UK is asking me, when do you come to the UK? Yes, that's a good one. And yeah, we are always looking for gigs abroad. And for 2023, we made it to the near countries around Switzerland, like an 8 days tour through Germany in February with our friends from Edenbridge and Ascara. And yeah, we still hope we will make it to the UK someday. Finger crossed. Andrea from Bern is asking me, where did you get your great outfits from? Yes, that's a young, wonderful and talented designer from Austria, Barbara Piesendorfer. And she made some cool outfits for Floriansen too. But I started to wear her great designs like 10 years before Flor did. That's important. And for each new album, Barbara and me designing together a new suitable outfit for the album then. Sandra from London is asking me, what kind of vocal range do you have and what's your highest note? Yes, I have a vocal range for over 3 octaves that I use for the vocal warm-up and just for doing them all the notes. But for Deep Sun songs I use between 2 and 2.5 octaves. My highest note is the high F from Queen of the Night. I used this note once in a Deep Sun song, it's called Dreaming Leprechaun from A Race Against Time album. This is, I used it during the vocalizing at the end of the song. You can listen to them. And my deepest note is a G, and I use this one, I think, in Nostalgia, also on the Race Against Time album. So I think I let them all out, the notes in this album. Christian from Erfurt, Germany, asked me, where did you learn classical singing? Yes, during more than 10 years I was at the musical conservatory in Zurich. There I had a great teacher who got the best out of me, and I put a lot of energy into it and I worked really hard on myself to always get better. And for a few years now I've been going to the voice seat check to look that I'm always singing right, I'm doing the warm-ups right, check some lines from new songs, so that no mistakes creep into my singing. Yeah. The last one from Manuela from Zurich, here in Switzerland, asked me, are you still nervous before performances? I played competitive sports, track and field, over 15 years, and I know the feeling of delivering, and I know the feeling of getting very, very nervous. But there I was always on my own. I had to get through it on my own. And with the band, I feel a kind of sheltered. I'm not alone. I have my boys with me. And I feel a basic nervousness right before the gig, but that's also necessary because then I know I'm ready. So that's okay to feel that. But when I sing at weddings, I'm always much more nervous because it's again the individual performance, like all eyes are on me. But then I know how to get through this, and yeah, that's the difference. All right, that's it. That was these 5 questions. Thank you very much for your questions, and it was a pleasure to answer them. And I would say, see you on one of our next concerts. Bye.
Hey, hi folks. As you might know, we are doing a little Q&A, and today is my turn. I got a lot of questions, and I will answer a few of them right now. So let's start. Manu from Switzerland asks, have you already started songwriting for the next album? Yes and no. There are a few ideas, but nothing serious yet. So there is not a complete song which I composed. That's because after releasing our album, Dreamland, I ultimately started to record another album for my other band, Green Labyrinth, which will be released in spring or summer 2023. And recording 2 albums basically at the same time was really exhausting for me, so I needed a little break from music. Yeah, but I think I will start songwriting during Christmas or right after Christmas. Oh, that's a funny question. Frank from Austria, he asks, Mario or Zelda? A little bit difficult for me because I love both. For me, I started my love for video games started with Mario 64. But when I have to choose, I would say I would choose The Legend of Zelda because I simply love action adventures more than jump'n'runs. Next question is from Meinrad from Germany. He asks, how do you prepare for concerts? Most of the time is practice at home. I do that 2 or 3 weeks before the gig or the tour to learn all the lines, and most important to learn where on my keyboards all the different sections and instruments are. Because in symphonic metal it happens a lot with keyboards and synthesizers. So I have when I have to play that live, I have a lot to do, a lot to think, and a lot to concentrate, and this needs a lot of practice. So this is it for today. Thank you very much for your questions, and see you next time.
Hello together, I'm Angelo the Bassman from Deep Sun. Thank you very much at all for your questions. Now I will start with the first one. It comes from Miriam from Hamburg. I think your bass playing is so unique. Where did you learn to play bass like that? Okay, I try to answer. It's a long story and a long time ago. The first contact with that instrument was very special. My friends wanted me to play bass because we founded our first rock band, and I was 15. Our drummer had a bass guitar, 4-string, and I thought, oh no, only 4 strings. What horrible, boring must it be? At least I thought so. Okay, then I started to play this instrument, and the more I played it, the more I liked it. And after some years by doing it myself, I took a lot of bass lessons and focused all my free time and my creative energy to learn and to expand my skills on this instrument. So listening to my favorite bands and trying to optimize my fingering style without plectrum, with plectrum, sounding in general in relation to my amp, my beloved SWT2 Pro from Ampeg, and my darling Fender Jazz 5-string, New American Standard. And so playing bass guitar, playing bass guitar around hours for hours, got me halt to this part and my skills I have today. And I only can say, without effort, you reach nothing. Thank you very much for your question and have a good time. Bye bye, Miriam. Next question, number 2, from Stefan from Aarau in Switzerland. You asked me, do I have a new hairstyle? And yes, you're right. Getting older means losing hair, but not all men, but me too. And it looked very spooky with my long hairs, and at least for me, and so I decided to cut them all. And I think it's matching. Okay, thank you very much for your question, Stefan. Bye. Now comes the third question from Mark from Bad Buchau in Germany. 4-string, 5-string or 6-string? Hello Mark, thank you very much for your question. At first I can say to you, I don't play 6-string. I'm playing the 4-string bass for my exercises, in performance, slapping, and all my skills on bass. On stage I play 5-string, and there are Fender Jazz, Ibanez and Sire. Thank you very much and have a good time. Bye Mark. Now comes question number 4 from Fabian from Laufenburg. You have played keyboard in a music project with Deborah called Fairy Tale. Why do you play bass at Deep Sun, and isn't it more boring for you? Hello Fabian, thank you very much for your question. When Deborah and me met us for the music project Fairy Tale, she saw that I also can play bass. In this time she joined to the band Deep Sun, and Deep Sun was searching for a bass player. And I was searching for a band too, because I like to play bass. I like really to play bass, and that was the reason why I joined to Deep Sun too. It's not more boring for me, because I can compose songs for Deep Sun like I did for Fairy Tale, and all the orchestrations, all the elements for metal songs, etc. And that's the point why everything is matching for me in relation to Deep Sun. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, it's question time. Today it's my part. My name is Tobias, I'm the drummer of Deep Sun. Hank from Texas, you have a very versatile style of playing. How do you practice the songs? Originally I came from rock and hard rock. When I joined Deep Sun 10 years ago, I first had to find my way around the varied and fast songs of Deep Sun, especially when Tom composed songs with many different time signatures. I often had to Google how to play a 7/8 rhythm, for example. But now it's incredibly fun to play such varied songs and I currently couldn't imagine drumming only 4/4 rock songs on the drums on a tour. Metal Company, Germany, Döner Kebab or pizza. Yes, I'm not really the fast food type, I love to cook by myself. It's a nice way for me to relax after a hard day at the office. That would be an exciting idea. We could organize a meet and greet and I cook for you something. Markus, Magdeburg, Deutschland. How do you practice your double bass at GV? Those incredible tempos. Thank you for the flowers, Markus. While I don't want to talk about incredible tempos, recently I was at the Dragon Force concert. Those are incredible tempos. I've been practicing my double bass with Martin Jovanovic's 9-week online course called Bass Drum Mastery. It was really hard. The drummers out there know what I mean. Weeks on end, just left, left, right, right, left, left, and so on. But as soon as you see progress, it's fun and motivating. Now I'm pretty happy with it. Jan Manacor, Mallorca. You also race bikes. How can you reconcile music and sports? Yes, that's right. I've been racing amateur bikes for a few years now, and a few years ago I was at a train camp on Mallorca and it was just amazing. Sports and music are a great combination for me. Besides, I have always had pretty thick calves, so cycling is practically a given. I love sports and I love competing. It's a perfect balance for me, and a bit of fitness cannot be wrong for a heavy metal drummer age. And besides, it's not I like playing music every day, so there's plenty of time to train. Yes, that's all, folks. I wish you all the best. Have a good start in the new year and listen to our music. Cheers.